So many things I'll never say. What did I expect? I'll never hear your voice again. Had too much hope to guess that I would lose another friend. Feels like I've nothing left. It's not your fault, but now the memories will hurt inside my head. A couple things that I regret. We've lost the nights when only innocence was ever shared. And now I'll never hear you laugh at anything I've said. What did I expect? I'll fix my heart again, and I'll forget the rest. Good evening, everyone. You join me tonight for another episode of the Unexplained Files. And unfortunately, Stephen is not with us today, but you've got me and a bunch of my friends in Scotland this time instead of a graveyard in England. And we're going to be filming in a place called Dunino Den. There's a lot of history about Dunino Den, and I could go into it, but I think, to be honest, it's best that we just get into this video. So let's jump into it. Right, where do we want to start? Because I've got cat balls we can put down. I've got my spirit talker.
We could put a cat ball up on the rock there.
Yeah?
Because then it's very out the way, and if it goes off, it couldn't be us.
Really? Still we got nothing.
If you could just find a nice level.
If you volunteered luggage.
I don't want to.
Where did you want me to put it?
So I was thinking up here on the rock, maybe. Because then if it goes off, you could never do it.
My problem is that's going to move.
Put it there.
One there.
Aye.
Now,
Yeah,
if
maybe
anyone happens to see that go off, then
maybe
it's
one up
been
there
moved.
for the other path a wee bit.
Go off.
Like that.
So a cat ball when it goes off if something touches it.
Or any motion.
Any motion. A vibration against the floor, someone's poking it.
I think I'm not really getting any thoughts of where it could. I mean, I could put one of these trees over here. Or maybe on the path because people would have walked down there, wouldn't they?
Mm-hmm.
There's not really anywhere I can go to get there. We need somewhere we can see. That's
Why
what
not put
I'm
it
thinking.
in where we were before at that big tree?
Yeah? Okay.
That way it's in the centre where we are.
Okay. That's good. Good call. Now, usually at this point I would do a call out, which means I'm going to call to anything that wants to communicate and open the space, but I'll give you lot the option if you want to try and do it. Or do you want to leave me to do it?
I'll let you do it, bro.
Yeah?
You just
Derek, do you want to go?
It's good we've got the camera. I just feel like
Do you want to try? You don't have to.
I could do it.
It's up to you. I mean, if you've seen a video, you know all I say. So it's
I
up to
don't
you.
know everything you say, but I got the gist.
I mean, I can open the space if you want.
Aye, I feel like
And
you
then
would do
you
it
can
properly.
call out after that.
No.
Aye.
If there's anything here, any beings, any spirits that wish to communicate with us, I open this space up for communication. You can follow us as long as we are in this space, and later this evening I will close this space off and declare our time for communication to be done. Once we leave, you cannot follow us, and you can no longer continue communicating with us. Space is open. Now, if anyone wants to ask anything at any point, calling out, say, we've got cat balls and that, on you go.
If there's any previous being, or previous person, being, or entity that would like to communicate with us, please feel free. We're a bunch of lovely people, good faces, If you could give us some sort of obvious sign, we'd be very grateful. Some sort of sound maybe, or we have a cat ball up there which would light up if you could touch it. There's a second one further down, but that's a bit far away.
If anything is here and would want to come and stand next to me, I invite you to do so. We have a device on the ground. If you could press into that, stand near it, that will light up to let us know that you're here. You hear it on there?
I've been hearing things up there for a bit. Like when we were first setting up, I was looking up there because I thought at first I thought I saw something, but I thought it was maybe the tree.
Isn't that where the well is?
Aye, the well's up there. Because
There will be splashes.
for context, guys, we have to come down a path here.
Yeah.
I won't say where here is, but a path here, and it leads up the stairs, and there's a well at the top. So it's a bit of a trek, to be honest, but we do what we do.
Any of these devices, if you stand near them or touch them, they'll light up. That will let us know where you are.
And perhaps if you may need to take some of my energy, I can't speak for the rest of my friends, but you could do if you need to manifest, if they'll be speaking to you for a long time. But you do not have permission to take so much.
So I'm thinking, I don't know whether it's worth moving one of those cables a little bit closer to water.
Maybe
Mhm.
that's
Given
probably a
that-
good idea. So just maybe at the log there.
Aye, put it down by the log.
Oh, I'll go grab one from up there.
Could you make some sort of sound? Snap a twig. You know, maybe throw something a little at the water. Not at us, please. We're here to communicate. And we come here with peace and kindness.
Normally, but given that this is such a relevant spot.
Earlier it was like when the light went past, I thought I might have played with this, but when I went back over it wasn't it?
Does anyone know how long how long this has been there as a campfire, or has this been there like
Campfire's been very recent.
very recent?
Yeah.
Aye, people.
You was here
Those
about 6
candles look
months
pretty.
ago.
Those candles look pretty fresh.
How windy is it?
How
So
windy?
originally they believe that the actual spot was used for worship by the Druids,
Mm.
and has since then been used by multiple other groups for there.
Yeah.
Just anybody who, after like with the stigma that a lot of people who do spiritualism with druids,
Yeah.
it then becomes an enchanted place, so they want to do
Mm.
other further rituals here.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got carvings everywhere. There's stuff on the stones up there. It's a very
I think another point to bring up is obviously when everything was Christianised, anything that was to do with
paganism
paganism
was
kind of demonised.
aye.
in a way. Ironic that we'd say
I
demonised
mean,
being a negative.
people still in England call another person a pagan.
Well, yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's just like
Um,
just an example.
Given obviously this being a pagan spot, a lot of everyone who's sort of like been around here, lived around here, kind of use this as a don't go there,
Mhm.
be wary.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that kind of comes from that whole it's
Stigma,
bad, stay away
yeah.
from it. Whereas in reality, when you look at what this place probably would have been, animal sacrifice and all that, whether it happened or not, I don't know. But you have to look at the intention behind it. You have to look at the time period and what they believed. Usually, people wouldn't go to the effort of sanctimonious actions for the sake of harm. You know what I mean?
I mean, as well, the only reason I could think someone would do that is because, or be against doing that, is there's a church right there.
Well, that's possible, but this would have been here a lot longer than the church.
Well, that's true.
Church
And one of the
probably
big
would
But
have
maybe
things-
that's what I mean. Maybe that's why they built the church here.
Yeah, I feel like
Because
it's probably this is
to
a
get
very
rid of-
relevant place.
Yeah.
This is probably a very relevant place to people, and they go, "We're taking away your ability to practice." There's
Most chur-
heritage, there's
I
history.
don't know if this is. Again, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like most churches are built near a stream.
Not I know of. I don't know.
I think one of the big things to look at as well is a lot of information you'll get here will be information coming after Christianisation.
Yeah.
So there could be a lot of stories that are a way of phrasing it in a bad light and keeping people away.
Definitely.
That's it as well. We don't know who's ever investigated here before, if it's ever been done.
Why don't you come over here with us? We're talking about you.
Yeah.
We want to hear from you. We want to see that you're here.
If
This
you
place
know
has a
more than we,
reputation.
if you know more than we do, please correct us. Share your story.
I'm sure you're intrigued. You can come closer. You can touch these devices. We can talk to you. Leave only footprints, take only memories.
It's a big cheese at them. Oh yeah, that's right. That's the way hole there, I know.
If it gets too much, like I said, you let me know.
Or if you feel like a tight-chestedness or an anxious.
Yeah, if you feel any anxiety, just let me know, and we'll close it down for a minute. We can take pauses, we can take breaks. There's no there's no stress.
Safety first.
100%.
And anybody who else goes out there to do this, please, safety first.
Absolutely.
I feel that's an important message.
Of course, yeah. So we have a new device at play. Just like this cat ball, if you come near this, if you speak to this, we may be able to hear what you have to say. Is there anything you want to say to us? For a place with this reputation, you're very quiet. Maybe you don't like me being here. I sound different to the rest of everyone else. Are you okay with me being here?
Would you maybe rather speak to myself? You know, I sound a bit more familiar from around here.
Stuck here.
Stuck here.
Stuck here.
Stuck here.
Are you stuck here?
Is something keeping you here?
You hear that as well?
Yeah.
I do hear like a bit. It could be from just whatever, but it does sound like there's shuffles coming
There's
from it.
wildlife over there, like
Yeah,
birds.
there will be birds.
Yeah, there'll be
and
birds
stuff.
and whatnot, but sometimes it sounds a bit heavier. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
But again, it could just be.
There's some wind. But
Yeah. Well, you seem to have answered myself. Again, could you tell us why you're stuck here?
Well, how long have you been here for, maybe?
Oh yeah, maybe that's a better question. How long you been here?
Or more so than that, am I welcome here?
Is my friend here welcome?
Watch your feet there, Broderick.
Do you know where he comes from? Do you not like that? Well, I assure you, he's good company.
Oh, I think so.
And they might be a bit hard to convince, but
Yeah.
do you have a name?
children here.
Children here.
How many of you are here?
I mean, this place is very old.
Yeah.
The amount of spirits that could be collected here are, who knows?
Quiet.
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 We'll be quiet, but if we do, we want to hear you.
Aye. Are you telling my friend Ryan to be quiet? Again, is it because you don't like his voice? Did any of you die here? Maybe. You know, if with the lack of information that we have, if this maybe was used for some sort of ritual,
It could have been, yeah.
something happened to you here? maybe you ask it something again, Ryan, because it seems to like bite when you talk. Cause
If you want me to be quiet, I'm going to need you to do something for me first. Tell me where I'm from.
I'm enjoying this.
That's good.
Is this the first time in a long time people have come to speak to you? I mean, people clearly visit here often enough, but do people actually speak? I could imagine a space this empty could be quite lonely.
It's a bit of a
Perish in darkness.
mystery.
Perish in darkness. You've heard that before, have you know?
No.
You want to...
I'm going to make this very clear. You can communicate with us. Threats won't be tolerated.
Does that say perish or parish?
Perish.
That say parish. No.
We're protected. You can do us no harm.
Funny how when it said that, the two yous were over here on your own, and I was going to say to Ryan, we've left the two of them alone in the dark.
True. I was just asking if it didn't like Ryan, and like because you're saying, you know, there was a lot of history between our two places, and then it just goes perish in darkness. Are you talking to Ryan?
If you want us to leave, you can say. We'll
wait.
go.
Should I say your name?
That's not fun. Can't do me any harm anyway.
No, I know, but it's just.
Yeah.
You're not somewhere near.
Well, you're going to edit it anyway, bro. I know that. So it's anything you didn't want, it wouldn't be in there.
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. My torch keeps stepping down by itself. Like that. But without me doing it, I keep noticing.
Are you draining energy from his flashlight? I did say you could take energy from me, but a flashlight wasn't permitted. Viking.
Interesting.
What's my faith? What's
What-
our faith?
What's our faith?
What did we just talk about 2 minutes ago earlier? I'm not sure.
What's literally over there?
Or is it saying that he doesn't know where I'm from because maybe they didn't know England at the time? The people who came here that were foreigners
Maybe
were
if
Vikings.
it's Pictish, if it's
Said
before
they
Rome,
would've
like
been
Pictish, yeah.
And if I'm of descent,
You know, big hairy dude. You know what I mean? Like
Maybe it's correlating to the last question.
maybe.
maybe.
Did you have?
You've got a patted twice already.
We mean you no offence or no harm. We may make jokes from time to time. We're just here to communicate.
Of course, we're trying to show you a jovial energy.
A lot of people wouldn't believe you are here, and if you are, we'd like to give you the chance to show them that. Share messages if you need to.
Actually, do you think my friend here's a Viking? The redhead?
Watch the red.
Red. The colour of
I just kind of thought I was like,
It's a possibility.
Would you care to elaborate on the Viking part?
I mean, I could step away for a minute, see if he continues to talk, because
Mhm.
when I'm here, it's hesitant.
it seems to either bite on what you say or like when you go,
Julie.
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 Is that your name? No.
He cries every time. Are we speaking to Julie? Can't tell if it's like trying to figure us out.
Trying to pick me out.
Yeah.
It feels like.
It's only. Oh, but did you just turn around then?
Mhm.
Like, did you see your light go that way and then you turned around?
To be fair,
No.
the left's got the torch on her head.
I know, but when
No,
I turned when
heard
she had,
something,
it was
that's
just
all.
when she turned around that I then seen her turn around.
We've
when I
only
seen
put
it.
one mistake on the memories.
Oh well.
I've read that.
There's also a note on a tree somewhere, but it's.
You heard that up
bundled
there then?
Aye.
To be fair, the stream's running through there, so stones will be put down it.
That
So
sounded a bit heavy.
my torch just stepped down again.
I know. I seen that in the camera. But it sounded a bit heavy to be a stone. I feel like.
Trust me, a stone barreling down a waterbed, it will
No, I know, but I just feel like.
Glynis.
That's
a
not
bit-
quite my name, but it's not far from my last name.
Oh.
No. It could also be a very fictitious name.
Yeah.
Glynis. Are we speaking to a Julie Glynis? Is that maybe your full name?
No, I think it's just trying to find a line in the distance.
Because it will focus on light.
See when I put it there?
Mm.
Still goes up to that top corner.
Yeah, it's just where it last had autofocus.
Is there maybe a different spot you could hint us to go maybe?
I mean,
You had that as well, eh?
That was definitely not wrong.
Standing beside you.
Standing beside you.
Hi.
Are you here with us?
if you're here with us, would you be able to stand by those cat balls for us?
I was just about to say I thought I had a voice.
I did. I don't want to say anything because I don't want to get people freaked out.
Still movement
Personally,
to
not
that
easy
top
freaked
side.
out.
That sounded
You
like
can see
foot.
anything on night vision.
Definitely not easy freaked out. I used to do
See
this
just
all
on
the
that
time.
right hand side there.
Be wary of the camera where you're filming, bro.
I know.
I want to make friends.
Is that you, Vivian? You don't have to be shy or scared. You might have not heard someone with a voice like my friend's here, but he's not here to harm you. None of us are.
Camera keeps struggling to focus now.
Is there a few people here?
There would have been. Is there clans of any of these names?
Williams is a clan.
Glenn.
What's my middle name?
They could be. There are some
Because
clans.
there's some that's gone a bit, you know, like that one.
Most Scottish second names were actually from a clan.
I was going to say,
That's what I mean.
mine earlier on when you thought it was getting close to your second name. One of my middle's name fits that.
There you go.
To be fair, it's very close to Innis. I can see how Innis could come down from that. Again, I don't know. It's focus.
Well, I mean, clans are not my place to speak on. I feel like if I start asking those questions, it's, you know, an
Are
Englishman.
you from a
really.
clan? I'm from Clan Duncan.
Are these names you're saying people that you know?
Mm-hmm.
Are these the spirits beside us?
I had a little shuffle from up there, but
No. See, just after I thought we had the voice in the distance, the second I came out of there, it sounded like there was two shuffles.
it was just the way I turned round and then it just sounded like a.
Aye. But it was like dragging it.
Aye, it was just like a wee. As if someone was trying to walk down a hill. You know what I mean? Like a.
Well, there was a hill there.
Badly. Badly.
Badly.
Badly. What do you mean by that?
Do you maybe badly want to do something? Again, you don't have permission to harm any of us if you don't like my friend here or any of us.
Something weird.
Something waits.
Something waits. We do.
He can keep waiting.
Are you waiting up the pass maybe?
Is it a good waiting?
See, it is ramping up a bit. You know what I mean? Like it's.
I keep hearing something now that way.
No.
This,
I
we'll
heard
we'll
something
definitely
up there
hear-
once.
But when we go over there later, we'll hear it better like the water, because then we'll know what is and what isn't.
We won't go too far though because
No,
of the
no.
bumpy path and that. I don't want people slipping over in the dark.
No, we won't go too far up, man. Just where the other bit, where the wee bit is.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, again, it's up to you.
You've said a few things. Can you touch our devices? Light them up?
Maybe say one of our names? Or use your actual voice? Again, you're welcome to use some of my energy if you need to.
Channel.
Did you hear that?
Channel.
Channeling energy, maybe?
I heard something go over your shoulder.
Well, I had a funny feeling. See when it spoke first,
Oh.
we were looking out there, and it said standing beside you.
Mm.
I
I
right
heard
away
something over
felt
your
like
shoulder.
something was there.
I don't think a camera would pick that up.
Probably.
Channel. I mean, is this going on my channel?
Could it be a rubber channel?
Maybe.
Standing beside you at the river channel.
I heard something around here.
You see what I mean? The current's not that strong though.
Yeah?
And the speed that things feel like, talk to myself a bit, the speed that I feel like things are coming down, I just feel like it's not like what I'm hearing. But again, situational, you know.
After about 24 minutes worth of recording, it will stop. So it's all out.
Okay, I thought it was, you know.
There is, you know, cairns, rock cairns.
Mm-hmm.
There's one in the water.
Oh. We keep thinking we're hearing something over that direction.
Oh, I heard it again.
Aye, it's like something right in that top corner. Is that you by the river?
Huh?
Walk that way, but like he did. That's all.
Yeah. I did hear something over there before you took a step over there, so.
It's not been very clear.
No.
I'm going back.
At least we can see her with a light on the back of her
Are
head.
you maybe afraid?
I done that on purpose so we couldn't lose her.
Are you not used to people trying to communicate to you like this?
Beware.
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 I ask if it's afraid and it says beware.
It's more being like, we should be aware.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's like, no, you should. I shouldn't be the one that's scared. You know what I mean?
It said Viking.
What should we beware of, or maybe who?
Or is it smart that we leave? Give it a chance to say. Because
That's
right
true.
now, obviously, we're going to want to push naturally, but
Yeah.
Maybe
Give it a
trying to-
second. Yeah.
Maybe trying to hint at something. You know?
well, possibly.
It's
Huh?
like feeling as if there was something there. But I couldn't see anything. I thought I'd maybe like poke myself or something, but I couldn't see anything. Just like right there. Not even sure I can get the sleeve up to there.
Can't focus on you. Autofocus is having a laugh.
But I do have to admit, I did feel like, see when you were going over there,
Yeah.
and it gave us that answer, right as I heard the voice, when it came up standing beside you, daughter. I did feel like it was right there.
Yeah.
I felt something that made me, the second it said it, for some reason I went like that.
I don't.
That was something big.
That's not big. I heard it. Maybe.
So I'm saying it's not like one of the.
But then one thing we have to remember, there's going to be bats, there's going to be birds, owls and such scurrying about. I've seen a lot of rabbits and things, so... Shuffle. Huh?
We were just stood over there, and it feels weird as fuck over there.
Is it?
Like
Wanna
just,
go ahead
just
and
come
see?
see what I mean.
Just come here.
Just-
I'm just going to ask a question. Maybe.
Yeah, when you go, mate.
No, don't focus on how you feel too much, but just remember how you feel when you stand between those two trees. No, just look on it.
Careful with that. Careful with that.
This is,
Oh,
I was saying this
aye.
reminds me of the forest and
Yeah.
the another one we went to before, how
Aye.
it curves off.
see, I could feel it like a slight light-headed there. But it might
I
have just
feel-
been where
I
I
feel
was
that.
standing.
Could just be us looking off into the
It
distance.
might
but I
just,
felt
no,
a
see,
bit-
I wasn't looking out into the distance, I was looking there. I was looking down by
I
the
also
stream.
tend to get vertigo in forest, so it could be.
It could have just been the fact that I'm on this lip. So it could have been me knowing that I was on the edge.
We're looking out for these sort of things, so we'll be very sensitive.
You alright? Sacrifice.
It says be aware, daughter sacrifice.
Alright. Beware daughter sacrifice.
I mean, this place is like talked about that sacrifice was something that happened here, right?
Alleged. You know, that's something.
They allege that there was a
alleged,
lot of
The
animal
thing is
sacrifice.
sacrifice is more than just
Yeah,
animals.
animals.
There are coins all over this place. Even here, there are
Yeah.
shells.
Even-
those all count.
What we done
Maybe.
before we started it could be talking about.
Oh, it says
That's maybe where it's getting Viking thing.
Maybe.
well. It says children here be quiet and said names and be aware, because maybe these could be aware of
Yeah.
people that done this one. I feel like it's trying to hint at something, but something's stopping it.
Just have to try and get it on camera.
It won't. The camera won't go that far.
Where is it?
It's hard to get like, once I heard somebody speak. I mean, let's do. How's everyone feeling in a minute?
I feel good.
Derek?
Huh?
You feel good?
I feel like it's got an attraction to being near me, so as good as you can feel with that knowledge.
It's always good to keep a good general tone of check of the space.
Are you alluding to maybe the kind of sacrificing we were talking about earlier? Not a lot is known about this place.
My torch battery is going down like mental.
To be
You
fair.
I
saw
feel
me-
like mine's
you
is as well.
I mean,
You
look at
saw
the
me
night
put a
vision
fresh
area.
battery in, right?
Yeah, I saw you watch. Put the fresh batteries in.
So that's my lowest now. That's my mid.
No.
That's my highest.
You're scared of me.
We're not scared of you. We're just curious.
Inquisitive. What battery should this thing be on?
Usually it can film for about a couple of hours. Yeah, that's
Okay.
okay.
I was just making sure, just because we were talking about batteries.
Well, you did say don't forget that it can siphon off of you.
Yeah. By me, I don't mean the device in my hand.
That's your play, mate, not mine.
No, you went and said it. Powerful.
Thank you. Okay.
You bet.
Are you scared of me, powerful?
Beware, you're scared of me. Powerful.
This is a place of devotion.
A lot of power.
It would have been powerful, but it wouldn't have harmed anyone. And if it hasn't then, it shan't start now. It's kind of like
I love how every time
Lights.
the camera goes to here, it just
Lights.
blinded.
Lights.
do we want to move all this stuff a little bit down a ways? Because a lot of it is happening down
Yeah,
there.
that's what I was
So my thought is, yes, this is getting something, but even just where it opens up to
Couple
down there,
minute-
if we go
like,
down there and try it.
a minute
Mhm.
up the path you're
Yeah.
in, like.
No.
Absolutely.
You hear that? You hear that as well?
I heard that.
That was something back in there.
Yeah. Stuff like that can happen when you're walking up a hill, so we just see if it's continuing. I thought that was like the biggest spider ever.
Man thought he walked into the start of something.
We are.
I've
Are you
seen
following us?
You're
yeah,
moving
That
away.
was off 2 seconds ago. There,
Oh.
there you go. They
Oh.
both went on.
Oh,
Would you step away from those devices for me just for a second?
I don't think I like this moving.
Do you prefer us over here?
That should have gone off by now. Why don't you light up the other dot?
oh.
I don't think.
Thank you.
Are you not
We
happy
really
with us,
appreciate
maybe?
that.
If you want us to leave this space, you can tell us. We're not going to be here for too much longer anyway. The wind picks up.
I don't think I like this moving too much.
Well, unfortunately, we're the ones who can move about, so it's going to happen.
I'm hearing it as well.
There is some train coming around, but
That's true.
There's trains right there.
So,
But those going off,
That's
that's
changed.
no,
That is interesting, yeah. You touched our devices.
mean,
Could you
there's
do
no-
that again for me?
Yeah, like there's no way. Yeah, there's no way.
Yes, none of us.
You have to get like even lit. Yeah, there's no way.
So that's evidence that
I'm
whatever's near it.
a
is
big
right
man.
up until-
That should have went on if
Yeah.
I was.
If you're happy with us being here, actually, let me change the question. If you want us to leave, light up any of those devices. We'll go. No questions asked.
You know, you just lit those up for us a second ago. One after the other, and then again.
Can you play music?
I've heard that. This is about the seventh time I've heard that now.
Can you play music?
Yeah.
What type of music?
I can. Are you asking me again? Have you followed me? I've heard this a lot. You go back on like 4 or 5 different videos, that phrase comes through.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember he says when you came up here you were interested to see if the same answers would come through.
Yeah.
That is kind of unnerving when you get that sound as well.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not. Oh, fucking hell, I've already scared the shit out of me.
Oh.
I came from a dark place.
A dark place? Do you mean like the Dark Ages?
Or
I doubt so.
sacrifices, maybe.
Because again, long time, but even
Oh.
that pictures were before
Living
that, though.
like a human sacrifice was rare.
Yeah, very rare.
A willing participant of such a thing, I would be hesitant to
I've got
think.
a sudden
But
ill feeling
yeah, like
here.
Have you?
Aye.
Stuffy nose and such.
Theirs feeling really tight.
I mean,
take a break if you need to. Oh, you did. Not fluffy then.
usually in other types of sacrifice that goes on, it's a lot bigger deal.
What are we at?
11:24 and starting talking.
So we've got about half hour's worth of food. We can, I say we go for another 20 minutes or so and then we can pack it in
Well,
and go.
if we go for 20 minutes, I'll be up to an hour.
Yeah, it's about right. 'Cause that's the thing, I don't want to film too much because I've got to edit it.
Oh, true, yeah.
We don't have the most time here left. If you could share messages with anyone, what would you say?
I seen Finley's hand move behind your head there and thought something had walked behind you. I was treated bad.
I'm sorry to hear that.
What was the word it said before that? I came from a dark place. I was
I
treated
came from a
bad.
dark place. I
A
was
dark
treated
place could not just mean like
Yeah.
literal darkness, just, you know, a household.
bad. Maybe.
Or, well, maybe some about sacrifice. Dark place.
It kind of was. It would have to allude a little bit more to it, but I don't think it would be a sacrifice sort of thing.
No, I
If it keeps going on with stuff like that, there could be a chance, but
yeah, I'm
again, it
hesitant.
would have to say out like, you know what I mean, a bit more. We still have those two light up devices there next to the phone. Could you maybe touch one or both of those for us, please? Use your energy to use these devices to communicate.
Tongue terror.
Tongue tearer.
Tira.
Tira. Ryan,
Yeah.
we've got another answer.
Tongue terror.
No,
It says
T-E.
Tira.
Is that tear? T-E-A.
T-E-A-R-E-R is terror. To
So tongue tear.
tongue terror. I
I
like to
came
think of
from a,
myself as a bit of a tongue terror. No,
No, I just mean like.
I came from a bad place. I came from a dark place. I was treated bad.
Was that not
Tongue
a tor-
terror.
And
Was that not a torture device they used to put like on the tongue?
not here then. It's
Not here and then. I just mean like.
medieval maybe. I doubt it, but
It has said a few names, so maybe it's alluding to.
maybe
Again, we'll just have to see what keeps alluding to.
web and hair.
But it has said a lot of dark things, like bad place,
Yeah.
beware, sacrifice. Well, sacrifice doesn't have to be
Well,
bad, but
Vikings. Maybe they came from.
Yeah, could it be that there were people that came here and a big part of what happened, the torture or anything would have been that?
Yeah.
Because Vikings to know when
Yeah.
they've gone to a place, they do
That's-
take slaves of the local
we are very
population. They
close
are
to the
treated
coast.
very bad. Yeah.
we are very close to the coast. I mean, there's Viking heritage about this area for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
You You know what I mean? So it wouldn't be too far to say. Even the Romans came in further than this from.
Did they?
When I was on a sort of trip with the school, I believe it was, I won't say the name of the place, but it was a hill we were up, and that was further inland than this, and they had tracked all the way up just to trade with this fort. It was an archaeological thing, we were digging out the fort. It's up there. Earlier we were
not only that way, but down that
No,
way.
I just mean like before. I keep hearing things like when I was looking up there before. It was like
Yeah.
Vikings, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, baby.
Right, I got to lock it in.
Yeah.
So we're talking about Vikings and all that, and it's like,
Yeah.
So-
Am I going down the right path? Am I getting the right idea? It was the way it said yeah as well. Like I know it only does that in one way, but it's just yeah.
Hmm.
We're on the general idea of
Yeah.
what you're trying to say.
I mean yeah.
We're getting what we came for, which was piecing some stuff together, learning more.
Big win.
Is there any chance you could maybe light up one of those balls for us?
Play with my balls, go on. Are you a person of high status?
I like that. That's a good question. At least down the way of it. My thing is like when we first came to this spot, they started lining up immediately and we're getting a lot of talk. Now we're hearing it down there again.
Shield.
Viking.
Shield.
Shield wall.
Shield wall.
Yeah, the
No,
leaf
that
fell down.
that was probably just wind.
Oh yeah, it's turning into autumn, so trees like leaves are gonna fly.
She's do, mate.
There's tartan there.
Mhm. But that's the thing, if you notice, see how it's moved us from there to here,
Yeah.
and now it's trying to get us further up.
I'm hesitant to keep going with it. 'Cause
Yeah, I mean,
Listen.
whistle. No. No.
that's what he
no.
was doing earlier. Yeah, don't whistle, but that's what he was doing earlier.
Did
See,
you
I've
hear
still
me
got
earlier?
that
Maybe.
tight feeling it's just not going away. It's making me a bit hesitant.
Is that?
I mean, if you want, we can move back down to that little bit, because then we're by our
well,
way out.
device.
Device.
Correct. We've got a couple of devices. Cameras. Cat balls.
We've got a huge tool right
Friendly.
here.
Watery eyes, you say?
Did someone get in your eye, maybe?
Bollocks.
Yep, that's what they are.
Technical difficulty.
See you right. My torch done.
We'll be back after this short clip.
Huh?
Did you say the
My torch is done. Yeah,
Oh, it did say device, and then your battery's gone.
yeah it's true.
Yeah, that's not. I'm looking in that.
How's the general mood then?
I'm good.
Doing alright.
I'm feeling a bit. Alright. Oh. What did it say?
I said I was so sick.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling.
Illness.
Glynis.
Or glynnis. There you go. Same as what it said earlier.
Yeah. Maybe it's trying to.
Same as what it said earlier.
I was looking over there, and I might have just been the way I turned, but I seen a wee red light like the one on the back of the left head, but it was above.
Hmm.
It was like I seen her one and then another one. That's maybe I turned too quick. But
Was this?
Oh.
Just saw Finlay.
what?
Ho ho ho, that was nice.
When
Well,
was
I
looking
felt
over
as if
there,
something clipped right the side of
I
there.
was looking
Really?
behind the
I wasn't sure if it was that or if it was maybe like a fly going over.
Maybe.
But I just felt something clip the side of the hat and I wasn't keen on that one. That's a strong note. Paddy. I did say Irish earlier on.
Did my friend here see you? Just then? Did you show yourself to her? Because she was a little bit away from the group.
Right around the bank. And I checked, it wasn't mine, because mine was over there.
I wasn't. This doesn't shine a light on you either. And well, to be honest, you can't really cast your own shadow with a light on in front of you.
Could have been somebody else.
It could have been. I mean,
Again.
I mean, people have given a lot of offerings, but I don't know if that's.
I didn't like the look of that one. Oh. Oh, that might have been me. That might have been me.
Okay.
I was sitting about here.
Maybe then, yeah. If that's you lighting up that device, could you light up the other one for me?
Oh, lights.
See the lights.
Lights.
we come back over here a wee bit.
One thing to say is that thing's mic shocking, so it probably won't hear a lot of what you've said. Did any of you used to stand in this?
No,
No.
I never even
made
got
sure
that.
of it. I walked around it.
I never even got that close to it. I don't think so. I mean, I did kind of forget it was there, but I don't think I would have stood on that.
Derek.
No.
I watched it because
I put that together earlier. It was fixed when it. No one stepped on it. It's been pulled off.
I will say, see that centre one?
Yeah.
That was moved apart when we stood up, but that one wasn't.
All the riders never.
I mean, with the size of my feet, I would have destroyed the whole thing. You know what I
I
mean?
know. Well, the only time I'm thinking it could be is obviously this is those two trees you told us to come stand by.
If we came in
So
between.
it might maybe that.
But when I came
'Cause
by, when I walked by, it looked like they were alright.
When I come up to stand by the trees before I said I was alright, I did notice it was a bit messed up. So, but I don't remember this being so spread apart.
No.
And the part that's kind of intrigued me is like, this is moved. Only this.
Yeah, that's
Everything else is still in spot.
but that's moved just down and it made it like a.
Yeah.
And there's no
Different
way
symbol.
we've done that, because if you stepped on it, you'll have knocked it away.
Maybe.
You wouldn't have pulled one single thing down.
Maybe. I mean,
I mean, we can. I'm getting a general feeling to start and call it in a minute anyway.
Aye.
But
When you
Yeah.
say boats, you mean you came on a boat?
longship.
Or were you sick on a boat?
I mean, even now, like those cat balls haven't gone off and we've been really close. Like,
there's one did, but I'm not sure if it was Derek or not.
I think we're going to be wrapping this up sooner, so isn't it?
I'm attached.
Didn't you ask us something?
I'm
following you
attached.
around earlier? About
Well,
the-
yeah, we've got things. I think. What are you attached to? This place? You said you couldn't leave earlier.
That's true.
That ball's lit up as well.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to close this off in a minute. Is there anything you want to say? The last thing you could tell people? What do you reckon? You want to wrap it? Yeah? Want to wrap it?
We could do it.
Oh,
We're enjoying this.
Alright, yeah. I'll say with that.
Yeah.
Let it be known, just as I said earlier, that this space is now closed. You can no longer communicate with us. You can no longer mess with our devices or us. If you do, it will be ignored and you hold no power over us any longer. Neither did you previous. As we leave, you will stay in this space and we hope you rest well. There we go.
What are you playing with?
What do we think of that then? second I close it off. Ching. It happens like that a lot. Right. Is it?
Yeah, see,
It's
like-
my
Mine-
mine-
entirety
just holding the
there's
camera.
an
Yeah,
agony.
it will be just holding the camera. It's quite common.
Well, it's just I've been holding it like this and it's my left one.
Right, well, it's time to close it off and pack up. Beused.